Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Trinity UHC! Oh man, I'm excited because I logged back on after just a little while of wanting to go back fishing. The second drop I get was a pufferfish. Just take a look at him, look at this little guy. Look at he shrinks. He's so cute. He flaps his little fins around. So adorable. But anyways, we have a pufferfish, which was our goal, and I probably should have continued recording that because I would have been able to get one pretty frequently, or pretty soon, rather. But now we have the materials that we need to be able to make a breathing potion underwater, which is basically all we could ever ask for. Now, I did get commented from you guys telling me that I should basically bring invisibility potions with me because it's easier because the guardians can't see you. Now this is something I've never experimented with, so I'm a little bit kind of nervous to, but I did a little bit of research on how guardians attack and stuff like that, and it does actually seem like that will be a very useful thing. So what I think we're actually going to do I have the rest of the bottles in here somewhere? I only have one glass bottle. I think I need to go get more bottles. I need more bottles. We have night vision in here as well. I can actually turn this into a potion of invisibility too. The only thing that I'm going to need... Let's see. To turn it into a potion of invisibility, we need a few things. And I think I have all the materials that I need to make said thing. We have to make a fermented spider eye, which I believe involves sugar. And it also involves a brown mushroom as well as a spider eye. Now, we can easily acquire a spider eye just by going out in the nighttime right now. We already have one of those. Do we have a brown mushroom? That's what I'm wondering, because I'm pretty sure you need a brown mushroom to make a fermented spider eye, if I can recall. And it doesn't look like we have one, so I think we're going to have to take a trip down to, well, let's see. We need a few things. We need sand, and we need a brown mushroom. So where is... I think a swamp is over this direction. In fact, I'm more than certain a swamp is over in this direction. So we're going to take a horse. Been a little while since we've had, Oh. I actually remember something. We left our horse somewhere, didn't we? We did, huh? I think we did. I actually, being honest with you, it has been so long since I've played, since I've, like, traveled on a horse in this that I actually forgot which horse I actively use. And I feel so horrible about that. But anyways, I think we're just going to travel on foot here real quickly. Let's go ahead and grab a little bit. We actually don't have a shovel with us, but we won't need it. But yeah, guys, we only have 2 more episodes of this series. If you're pumped for that, like, let me know, because honestly, this series, it's not one that retains a very high viewership. Like, not a lot of people watch it, but for those of you that do, I know that you absolutely love it. So that's what, you know, that's what makes me happy. Even if, it, you know, a series is watched by a very minimal amount, or, you know, just like a relatively small, I'm still happy if the people that do watch it love it regardless. So, with that said, there is actually a swamp over there, which is beautiful. I'm very happy you guys have been enjoying this, and it's nearly going to come to a completion. In fact, I think it'll end on before episode 20, I'm pretty sure. We have this episode to basically venture out and try and find a water temple. And then after we do that, I believe with that, we're pretty much, like, we're done. We just got to find the water temple, and as soon as we can raid it, that's it. That's game over. I don't know if we'll make, like, a little ceremony video or anything, like a little tribute video of us bringing back all of our loot and kind of making it into, like, a little thing. I don't know if I'm going to do something like that, something cheeky, but I'll have to see. But anyways, so we have enough to make... Let me actually test this real quick here. You have 1 sugar and 1 brown mushroom. Yeah, it does make a fermented spider eye. Okay. Hello, little... Oh, you freaking... I hate you. Goddamn son of a bitch. Really? In Trinity I find Bob Jr. the Third, but I can't for my life in HTM. I hate... Oh, my lord. I spent days and days and days trying to find a baby zombie in gold armor for a project I was working on in HTM. And it didn't work. It didn't happen. And I feel I'm so hurt. Anyways, let's forget about that. So the fermented spider eye will actually take a potion of night vision and turn it into invisibility, which I think is actually kind of ironic, and that actually makes a lot of sense because you take vision and you reverse it, and it becomes non-visible, so invisible. You get it? You get it? It's clever. Creators had a stick up their bum when they did that for sure. Alright, so let's go ahead and move in here. I think we'll just want to, yeah, we'll just fill up the rest of the sand here real quick. And I do want to say, I just want to give a little bit of an update to you guys. If it's anything serious, I'll make an actual video on it, but right now I feel like addressing it to those that watch my personal videos more frequently. As of lately, I've been having a lot of pains in my head that I've had for several months. I'll kind of make this a TLDR. I explained it on Twitter a little bit, but basically these headaches make it very hard for me to sit at my computer, and I'm actually going into the hospital tomorrow afternoon from when this video is posted to go and have it looked at to make sure it's nothing serious. Obviously, headaches sound like nothing serious on paper, but from what I've dealt with, it could actually be a lot more serious than it is, because it's very hard to explain what exactly is going on up there, really. But, yeah, so if this commentary seems like a little lackluster or anything of the sorts of that, then I will just purely apologize and say it's probably because I'm kind of straining myself doing this. I'm not enjoying it. Like, I still like posting content for you guys, and that's why I'm here doing this regardless, but, you know, I kind of have a very beating headache right now doing this, but, you know, it's all fine to me. I don't have any problem with it. So what we actually need to do is we need to take another redstone here, and we're going to need to extend this as well. So this is going to turn all of these into potions of water breathing, and if you take that, it'll turn it into 8 minutes. So we'll have 24 minutes of constant water breathing underneath the surface for when we go in. 24 minutes is going to be more than enough to locate the gems and kill all the 3 guys. Guaranteed. The only thing that we might need more of, and this was actually the other one here, is if you take night vision, which we have 24 minutes of. I think I want to split this down into... What do you need to create? We need a golden carrot, and I don't actually think I have any more gold to my name. I actually don't have any more gold in my name. I have 2 nuggets here. I have 5 nuggets in total. It's a quick way of acquiring golden nuggets. I actually know what a quick way of acquiring golden nuggets is. Oh, wait. We have 7 in total. Do we have any strand? Do we have any wander? Beautiful. Oh, we have a carrot anyway. God damn it. I was like, yes, you just got it. And I just realized that we'll actually need to get more sand for doing that. Okay, so we'll leave the potions of water breathing in there. And that is an ironclad skeleton. I've seen 2 of these guys. I guess it's becoming a lot more frequent since I've spent a lot more time in this world, but... Oh, man. Did he drop anything? I'm purely curious. No, he did not. That's unfortunate. We'll take a bit more sand right here. We get rid of the quartz. We don't actually need that for anything at all. Excellent. Hello. You are a chain clad. And you drop some chain. Sweet. It's a chain helmet. Durability 46. I guess we can repair this and do absolutely nothing with it and throw it into the fire. If I was in HTM right now, I'd be freaking out. I'd be like, oh my gosh, chain armor. I love it. Oh, man. I'm so excited for that. But anyways, alright, so let's go ahead and what are we going to need to do? We'll pop this in the furnace right over here, and we'll turn these into some bottles. I think we're just going to throw the potato. We can't actually throw the potato on the roof. We're not that strong. Wait, hold on. Huh! Over. Yeah, I got it over. That's called strength there. I've been working out for sure. Alright, so these are potions of water breathing for 8 minutes, and then this is a night vision potion, which we're not really going to need it all for. So let's take these, and we'll just pop them inside here for now, just like a temporary placeholder. And then we'll move all the glass. I guess we'll wait for that then. So in order to make the invisibility potions, we need potions of night vision, and then we're going to need the fermented spider eye in them as well. So, in step, here is what we're going to need. Where's our crafting table? I was like, where on earth is a crafting table? Okay, so let's move it right over here. Dunk those into 3 water bottles, and then in order, we will need 1 nether wart. We will need, what do we need? We need the golden carrot. We have the golden carrot, and then we're going to need the fermented spider eye, and then we're going to need redstone. Let's do it like this. So we're going to pop it in here. Nether wart, golden carrot, fermented spider eye, redstone. Perfect. And we have a visitor that wants to do some digging. I guess he wanted to give me a shovel for when I go and get more sand. Hello, zombies. How are you all doing today? Actually, did I check and see what my chestplate enchant was going to be? Because I have another chestplate in here. What was that going to be? It's blast protection. Okay, and that's protection 3. What do we have in our chestplate right now? You know, I could actually try and get Prot 4 with the levels that I have right now. Ooh, damn. That's a hefty one right there. Now, that's a level 2 that actually gives Protection 3. Beast. Okay. We'll take that. Beautiful. We don't really need anything else. The only thing that we could actually go for right here is, and I actually forgot I can do this, is make a helmet and try and get Prot 3 on this. Let's see what you would give. Aqua Affinity. Damn. Okay. What about on a book? A book is what I'm thinking right here. So let's take a book and see if we can get Protection 3 on this. Knockback Blast. Damn it. Alright, we'll burn a level. That's fine by me. Projectile Protection 2. Aqua Affinity, Aqua Fit. That doesn't make any sense. Let's grab another book. Burn through this. Let's actually just burn through all the books that we will never need. So you give Lure 3. That would have actually been good a long while ago. That's Protection 1, though. So we can hold on to that, technically. And then this gives Respiration 1, Projectile Protection. What about you? Unbreaking. Nope. Gonna have to burn you. There we go. Efficiency 1. And then we have Protection 2. What does the book give? Sharpness 3, Power. You know what? I could actually just enchant this. Because we got a lot more diamonds than we'll ever freaking need. Alright, we got Protection 2 Helmet. What on earth that did, I have absolutely no idea. But we got 32 more diamonds we will never use in our lifetime. So we might as well just burn through them right now. And there's another Protection 2 right there. Perfect. Actually, hold on. Sharpness Smite. Yep. That was actually worth it, taking that helmet. So Prot 2 and Prot 2. So let's go ahead and grab that here. And we'll anvil these together real quick like. And then how much would this cost? I imagine, is that actually 30? No, it's 10 levels. 10 levels to do that. So we got a full helmet. And then the pants are going to cost, I would imagine, something a lot less. So let's see, that should only cost, yeah, 4 levels. So we have full Prot 4 now, which is actually just an impulse thing that I just did. And that is beautiful. Sick. Okay, cool. Do we have like an unbreaking or anything we could use too? Feather Falling 3... Feather Falling 3 is the highest you can get. No, actually, no, it's not. Feather Falling 4 is the highest you can get, isn't it? I am more than certain. Yeah, Feather Falling 4. That's 11 levels, though. Ooh, and we're not going to need Feather Falling for anything at all. So, I mean, there's really no point in doing that. But anyway, let's check on the potions. There we go. Invisibility for 8 minutes. Okay. We need to stop bullshrimping around right now. We got everything that we will possibly need. Now we need to organize our inventory. And how we're going to do that? Well, let me tell you, there were some people that were saying that I live in a goddamn ugly house, and let me tell you, yeah, I really do. This place, it ain't beautiful. It's beautiful in a symbolic way, but, oh god, it's a horrible looking house. I said to myself, it's just going to be a temporary placeholder, but then I realized once I start filling this place up with, like, chests and stuff, it ain't getting any better. I ain't moving this anytime soon. So let's go ahead and make a little floating chest right above our head here. So if we ever decide to sleep, it would suffocate us to death. So let's get rid of everything that we don't need. Feather Falling, that we don't need. Okay, this is where I actually need to think. Diamonds, we don't need. Lapis, Ender Pearls, not going to do good underwater. Arrows, of course. I don't think arrows will really do us all that good either, but I guess they're good to have for whatever reason. Fish and everything. Okay, and we still have our God Apple, which is really freaking cool. We have 1 potion of Strength 2, which I think is all we'll need. And let's keep the health potions all the way on the opposite end here. So, how many health potions do we have? We have an instant health splash 2, and I think that's that. We have a bunch of regeneration pots as well. Let's keep the regeneration 2. Let's keep the regeneration 2 out in priority, and then the rest of the regen pots can just go on top like this and go around like that. And then we got the speed potion here, which I don't really think is going to do us very good. Now, people were saying that I was getting over-prepared for the Wither fight, which I'll admit, yes, I definitely was. But this is something that I'm going to need to be definitely over-prepared for. Let me tell you, that's just, you need it, you need it. Yeah, the speed, I don't think, because speed doesn't actually, we're not going to need speed. Because that doesn't work in water. That's Depth Strider. What was I thinking? And then in here we have our potions of water breathing. So we got our night vision here, and we have our water breathing right underneath it. And they both look relatively the same, except the water breathing's a bit lighter. And then our invisibility potions we have over here as well. So let's actually move all of these over here, and our invisibility potions can be right here. This is such a strange setup, but it actually works. Health is right here. Regeneration is this little line, and then strength, and then invisibility, night vision, and water breathing. And then, let's leave this open for food. Let's try and get as much steak as we can possibly get. Or what's our heftiest amount of food right now? Do we really not have all that much food? We have cooked mutton. I think we actually need to go out and try and find some food. Let me actually see. Can I get a fire aspect enchant on any of this stuff? I'm going to create another diamond sword just for the lulz. Just to see if I can try and get a fire aspect enchant. Because that would make cooking this food a lot quicker. Okay, so let me see. Can I get fire aspect on you at all? Book, knockback, sharpness, smite, no. Let's just burn through. We don't have any levels either, so I mean, there's no real point in doing this. We actually don't even have enough levels to be able to do a basic enchant. Okay, well that's just insultive. Okay, I guess that's not going to be a thing. Let's just go ahead and try and collect all the food that we possibly can. Is there any steak left in here? There's no steak in here. There's no food in this. There is no food in this. None that we would want to use. There's melons in there. We don't have a lot of gold, so we can't make golden carrots. That was a thought, and it quickly faded away. No food in the top layer. No food here. I should say no desirable food. There's wool, there's these, lapis and everything. Let's bring a saddle with us, and we'll lock onto a horse, and we'll try and find a bunch of cows that we can kill. Because truthfully, steak is going to be our main priority here, since we want food that's going to, keep a lot of saturation. And let's do Mr. Speedy today. Hello, Mr. Speedy. You have been the fastest horse that I've ever found on here, and holy frick, you were so fast, I love it. We're not going to kill these horses just yet, or those cows, rather. Yeah, I know the difference between a cow and a horse. But I think just finding, hopefully, a stack of 64 steak would be perfectly ideal. So that's 3 right there. This may take a little while, but truthfully, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm kind of scared for hunting on this thing, because I'm definitely going to have to do a lot of cuts, to try and find this temple. Because I remember when I was searching around for a jungle biome, I had come into, I think, only one ocean. It might have been more than one ocean, I'm not sure, that kind of hurt. But I didn't find any temples, or any water temples underneath the water. Is it ocean monuments? What am I thinking? Water temples. It's the same thing. You guys know what I freaking mean. And we actually are making very good time with this. 31 steak. There's a lot of pigs around here too, but you only need one kind of it, really. Alright, 35 there. But yeah, I don't know. It's really cool to think that we're actually about to do this. As long as we're careful. Like I said, this is a challenge that I'm a little bit nervous for, in the main fact that I've never raided one of these temples before. And I think, did we find all of the cows around here? I think we found every single cow around here. Might actually be a good attempt to try and pick off sheep, or pigs rather, to look for these. They don't give, oh actually, they still give a relatively decent amount. Yeah, I think we might actually find 64 pork before we can find 64 steak. And we're more than likely not going to need 64, but, like I said, what are you doing down there? You think that's going to save you? Hell no, it's not going to save you. You're going to give me all that. You're going to give me up to, did he give me 6? I think that guy just gave me 6 pork. That's crazy. Holy crap. Looting 3 is actually overpowered. Oh god. I thought for a second that shifting on your horse would make it so you wouldn't fall off there. That could have been really detrimental. I see. Yeah, we're definitely going to get to 64 of this before we can get to there. You think hiding under a tree is going to save you too, don't you? Well, let me tell you, it's not. Bunny, don't hide under a tree or else... Oh, he's scared of me now. Alright, let's move around here. And I think there's a lot of pigs back over this direction. Yes, there was. There was a couple over here. Can we actually scale along this without dying? Oh, that was a ballsy leap. Okay, 34. There's still one of them down there. You're trying to hide under a tree again. Didn't work for your friend, not going to work for you. We only have 36 of these guys, too. Really not making very good time here. But I guess I'm just kind of delaying for when I'm going to have to go on the venture, because I'm not looking forward to that at all. Oh, God. But I do love the fact that you guys have been enjoying the series for what it is. It's been a great one, and there's going to be a lot more. I'm really excited, because for those of you that have been kind of watching my channel here and there, and, I've been looking at what I've been doing, and I like, for the most part, what I've been posting, but it hasn't been too structured. It is for the most part, but I've kind of had, like, little slack days here and there. May is going to be an amazing month because I have factions that I'm going to be doing. I have HTM that I'm going to be doing daily again, of course. And then I have Mad Pack, which is every other day as well. I've yet to determine how frequent I'm going to be doing factions. Right now, it's an every other day thing. I could increase that a lot further. But, yeah, I don't know. It's going to be really cool having, like, 3 consistent series. And then, of course, suffocation damage. Then, of course, you know, doing the normal, like, little, just, you know, fun videos that I do. You know, banter videos with, like, you know, Preston, Vic, Waffles, you know, like the pack and like Kenny and Choco and stuff, those kind of videos. So I'm really excited for those for sure. I don't know, Mace is going to be an amazing month, and I'm so looking forward to it for you guys. And I'm going to say it right here, May 1st is Friday. You know what it is. You know what it is. You know what it is. Can't say anything, but let me just tell you, you better clear up your schedule for that afternoon. That's all I'm going to say. And for you people on the other side of the world from me, Euros, those guys, probably like Saturday morning for you or something, I would assume at least. So, pulling an all-nighter. Don't actually. But let me tell you, definitely keep your eyes peeled for that. Oh boy, I am excited. So yeah, I think what we're going to do here real quick is I'm actually going to bid a farewell. I'm going to adventure on, and if my head is still feeling well, like I said, that's been kind of like my my Achilles heel for the past couple days. If my head is still feeling well, I will do some clips of me wandering around, but if not, well, actually, you know what, I'll do a custom outro regardless of what I decide to do. So I'm going to wait for all these to cook, and as soon as they are, I'm going to venture off with what I have on me, probably, you know, take a couple other things that I have and get rid of a couple other things too, just to make sure that we're completely polished for our adventure. And then, well, I'll tell you guys that. I'm going to be finding myself a water monument and then going into raid, and that will be literally game over. So I hope you guys are excited, and I'll catch you guys back in just a second. If I had $1 for every heart that I've taken from suffocation damage during this trip, I wouldn't do YouTube anymore. Literally, I hate trees, and I hate mushrooms, and I hate giant mushrooms even. Freaking! Getting there is not where I plan on dying in this series. In fact, don't you run away from me. Unfortunately, we've taken a lot of damage during our road trip here. This was not really intentional, but more careless on my behalf, because for some beautiful, lovely reason, suffocation damage doesn't get protected from your armor, which sucks a lot. Now, I do actually want to check, is this a full moon? This is a new moon. The exact opposite of what I wanted. I was trying to look for a full moon so slimes would spawn in, or my family would spawn in a swamp biome, so I can actually get a slime ball and take this horse on a lead through the ocean, which is a lot better than just physically pushing him, which actually isn't the worst thing in the world because Depth Strider makes it very, very simple to do. And I'm really having to be freaking careful traversing through this right now. Our luck right now with finding one of these has been... Skeleton, please. I hear you, and I don't want to. Our luck with finding one has not been very good. I have found one ocean, traversed past it. Not really a lot of damage I could do considering I don't want to be without a horse. And I'd rather be able to... Why is everything always on fire? And I would rather always be on horse than by some chance accidentally... Basically, I'd rather travel in a straight line in an ocean and have a horse than try and cover the whole ocean with a boat and leave my horse behind, if that makes sense. So... Currently, we're about 3,000 blocks away from home, possibly even 4,000. I can't remember what the coordinates were. It did just kick to me. We're never going back home. We've left home forever, and this is our life now. We are now refugees out in the world, out in the beautiful world that we once made our living in. We're trying to find what is going to eventually set us free. So it's kind of pretty interesting to think that our home is never going to be seen again. Which is, I guess, a happy and a sad thing, but it speaks progress. We all knew it was going to happen one of these days, and would rather that be the conclusion than jumping into an end portal and then popping back at home like, yay, nothing ever happened, what am I supposed to do? So I guess this we're kind of left out on our own, but I've yet to find another ocean monument, or another, not ocean monument, another ocean in its entirety. Only found that one, and it was a relatively small one too, with a lot of islands, surprisingly enough. But it was an ocean nonetheless, it was not a giant lake. But, yeah, there's not a lot of them in this world. In fact, oh, this could be promising. Doesn't look like an ocean. It's not an ocean just yet. It's a swamption, as I like to call them. Not entirely an ocean. Now, creepers slimes don't spawn in these unless it's a full moon. I'm more than certain, if I can recall my knowledge of HTM. There is a witch hut over there, which is not going to do us any good. Someone did point out to me saying that I did find a witch hut in one of my previous episodes, and my thought in reading that was, what good does that do? So I'm actually going to venture over and see if there is anything inside of this that could possibly aid us, because I don't really think like there's really anything. There used to be stuff in these, but there's not anymore. At least from what I recall. Yeah, I mean, there's just like a little cauldron and crafting table. There's nothing really big inside these. In fact, there are not even any witches in these things anymore. At least, that's what I originally thought. Like, all witch huts were going to have a witch spawn in them. And I did actually run into a couple witches during my first nighttime on this adventure. This is my second nighttime, by the way, for those wondering how long I've been out for. And it hasn't been very, very lively. Like I said, the only real thing that we've done is take a lot of damage and find absolutely nothing and go through an ocean find. Can you fill in the words? So yeah, it's not really been all that enjoyable. Let me actually show you. This is how long it takes to push a horse through here, through the water, with Depth Strider. I like to go in F3 just so I can actually see around me a bit more, but to be honest with you, it's not the slowest thing in the world. It's kind of hard keeping the hitbox on, so he'll always go straight, but it's not that bad, honestly. Like, obviously a boat is a lot faster, and a lead would be a lot faster overall, but you know, it's not the worst thing. It gets the job done for sure, but with that, it is a bit tedious and painful, so I would like to find a monument before we ever get the opportunity of getting a slime in this, and we are going through another forest right now, and I really just rammed... Are you serious? I rammed straight into that. I need to be a lot more careful, because I am going through this during nighttime, and I could sleep. In fact, sleeping might be a really good... Why am I not sleeping? Do I have any wool on me? I don't have any wool on me. I'm going to look for some sheep and actually do that. Because it's getting to the point where I'm realizing carelessness is not going to help us big when you're venturing off. See? Carelessness right there. But carelessness is actually, it might be the death of us if I'm not completely safe with myself right now. Because suffocation damage has taken, what's it been now, like 3.5 hearts? And that's with full diamond armor per Prot 4. You know, Prot 4 don't give a damn if you got anything on it. Or suffocation damage don't give a damn if you got Prot 4 on. It ain't gonna do you any good regardless. So, it's been a fatal death for a lot of people in my group. Suffocation damage entirely, especially with connections. And right now, it feels like I am in freaking England at the moment. Like, I'm trying to connect to this shit from London with the amount of lag I'm getting from all these generated chunks. You can tell I actually haven't been in this direction yet. If I had been, this would be a lot smoother. And for those asking for a world download, I don't know if you'll ever want one, but this is the exact reason of why you're never going to get one. For the main point of the world file is going to be huge. Probably the size of HTM. Well, actually... probably a lot smaller than that, because as I will say, a lot of HTM's world size was my fault. I kind of, I remember looking on that, look at the world size of HTM, and I'm like, I did that. I did most of that. A lot of fun would happen on there. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a bed, and, oh, I actually need one more of these. Why did I not? Oh, because there's a brown wool. Okay, so let's craft this real quick before this zombie decides to hit us from behind. Huh. Yeah, just in time. We can go and pop a bed down, and apparently there's monsters nearby. No, there's not. Excellent. Okay. So I think to be truthful with you guys, where'd my horse go? I don't want to drop this bed. Where did my horse go? Horsey. There's a gold-clad skeleton. Horse. My horse left me again. This always happens. Oh my god, how did you get over there? Well, I guess he has a pretty fast one. Jesus. I think I'm going to go ahead and end the episode off here. Next episode is our last. Next episode is the last episode of Trinity UHC. Because that episode is when we find an ocean monument and decide whether or not we succeeded in this series or everything that we've done has led up to one big giant failure. It'll be quite interesting to decide. But, ooh, I thought, ooh, hello village. Hi! Hello, I should have brought my emeralds with me. Foolish me thinking that I wouldn't want to trade with any villagers if I ever found a village. Dang it, that's unfortunate. Hello, village. I have not seen you before. You are a new one. I actually want to check and see what the villager trade stuff here is before I go. Just to see, because I never did do villagers in this series. Never really was necessary. You're just a toolsmith. Where are the white robes? some mushrooms in here, too. You guys are interesting, aren't you? Weaponsmith. Yep, you're a weaponsmith. Wow. Is this Weaponsmith Valley? Holy crap, you're a shepherd. You are a cleric. Are there any white robes? What was that? Torch? Are there no white robes in this? You've got to be kidding me. There probably are, and I might just be missing one. Wow. That's, quite surprising. To be honest, there's a lot of freaking weaponsmiths and, like, nothing else. Wow. Not a single white robe. That's crazy. Okay, well, yeah, I guess with that, we're gonna be taking a lead back. I thought there was some kind of, like, really decked out villager in, like, golden armor. I was like, what? It's like, I found a white robe in a gold outfit. It's a blue and black horse. But anyways, we're gonna dip it off there. Hope you guys are excited for the finale coming up next episode. When it will release, either tomorrow or the day after. But I have a feeling it's gonna be pretty freaking awesome. So, for those of you that have been following along, yeah, that's all I can say. Hope you guys enjoy, and hope you're all excited for the finale. And hope you're having a great week. A little bit better than mine. But your guys' happiness makes me happy anyway, so I love you all. Hope you have a great week, and we'll see you back for the finale. Ciao!